pointy nose, chasing mice and digging holes.
Welcome back, my pets. This is Digipal3, aka Gleam the Tri-Tailed Fox. Today I'm bringing you some VGC Wi-Fi battles. I found these on the battle spot because nobody really plays VGCs. I take that back. I found these not on the battle spot. These are the two that I actually found on a live stream, and that was pretty cool. So I found this one, and I let off my Charizard and my Greninja, because Charizard and Greninja is the best leads I normally use, because Greninja has the map block and Charizard can heat wave everything to death. However, that didn't work out too well. I had to switch my Charizard out for Rotom, who can take a Brave Bird a lot better than Charizard can, and yeah, it takes that well. And Greninja gets hit by the Fake Out, which I predicted kind of the other way around. I honestly thought he was going to Fake Out my Charizard, so that didn't kind of work the way I wanted it to. However, now he's going to go for the Brave Bird again, and this time killing my Greninja, because that makes the most sense. I mean, why would you attack my Rotom again, right? So my Greninja does faint right off the bat, which is horrible. Now I'm going to just, I think, discharge here. No, I Volt Switch. I Volt Switch out, and I kill the Talonflame, because Talonflame was a huge threat to my team. I really don't like it, and it had to go. So I killed it right there with the Volt Switch, and I switched back into my Charizard to take the incoming fighting move, which I didn't know. I was pretty sure it'd be a fighting move at this point. So I take the close combat like I predicted, and Charizard's liking it. He's eating that like he ate that like pie. So Charizard just came in and took him out, and that's that. So now I'm going to send in my Conkeldurr, because I predicted his Mega Kangaskhan to come out, and I am a genius because Mega Kangaskhan comes out. So there's that. And he goes into, he withdraws his Hitmontop here. I don't know why. I guess he just wants to reuse his Intimidate because I have a Conkeldurr now. And he goes into his Meowstic, which is a really interesting thing in doubles. I've noticed Meowstic is actually really good for doubles in that sense, because of Prankster and Safeguard and Swagger and all that good stuff, which makes Pokemon really powerful. But this turn I do pop the Mega Evolution, and I'm going straight for the Heat Wave. He goes for his Mega Evolution as well, which does kind of daunt me a little bit, because I know he's going to go for the Fake Out, because that's what Kangaskhan does in doubles, it fakes things out. He does go for my Conkeldurr, which Drain Punched the Kangaskhan, or at least would have. But I predicted that, and I actually went for the Focus Blast instead of the Heat Wave, which is kind of good, because I knocked that Kangaskhan down to a really low point in health, but I do flinch and everything, and I can probably kill it off with a Mach Punch. So he goes for a Protect, and I'm just like, well then, I didn't see that coming. I should have seen that coming. This is doubles everything as Protect except for my team, and I kind of roost up here because I need my Charizard at full health for later. I kind of predicted that he's going to be a really big aspect. So I roosted up, not knowing what the hell I really should have done. And here this guy pulls Psychic out of his ass, and it's like, ha ha ha, your Conkeldurr died. So Conkeldurr dies to the burn, and yeah, that was horrible, because now I have a Kangaskhan on the board that's really threatening. So I go to my Rotom, who's a physical wall, and can take any hit I want to, and he pops back into the Hitmontop, which at this point I'm just like, why did you go into Hitmontop now? It makes no sense. I don't get it. Why? Anyways, I just go for the Heat Wave, I believe. As he goes for the Safeguard, he must be one of those swaggering Safeguard ones. He just kind of, yeah, that. I go for the Heat Wave, and I will take out both the Hitmontop and the Meowstic, or not, because they both live, because they're both at full health, so I can't possibly take them out. He gets a Citrus Berry on his Meowstic, which I found was kind of random, but I do go for the Volt Switch, which will take out his, or not take it out, but it'll do some damage to his Meowstic, and, I don't have anything to switch to, so that's that. I don't really want to go for Discharge right now, because that would obviously kill my Charizard. That'd be silly. He goes for the Fake Out on my Charizard, and I'm like, aww. He goes for a Swagger, which makes my Rotom mad, and I'm going to try and get a hit here, which will be not happening, I don't believe. Pretty sure I hurt myself in Confusion. Yes, I do. So Rotom hurts itself in Confusion, and my Charizard flinches. Wait, that's great, right? 2 useless moves. Awesome. But it doesn't really matter, because he goes for Wide Guard here, which is just like, oh yay, now my Heat Wave is useless. How fun. So I go for Heat Wave, and it doesn't do a darn thing, because, yeah, he used Wide Guard, but I don't care, so yeah. He goes for Psychic on my Charizard, and see, that's where the Roost came in handy. This would have probably killed me, because of all the ridiculous damage I've had before, and yeah. So the Roost helped, and I awesomed out. Here, I hurt myself in confusion again, because that's what Rotom does. It doesn't like hitting the targets. Everything has to be confused in VGCs, like everything. Confusion is the new Sleep, because since Sleep got nerfed with the grass type thing and everything, everything's confusing everything now. So I was like, what? Anyways, the Heat Wave does indeed kill both Pokemon this time around. So that leaves him with only his Kangaskhan left, if I believe right. And my Rotom actually snaps out of confusion as well, so I'm in really good standings right now. So he goes into his Kangaskhan, which is great. Great. And the video stops. Oh, that's right, I stopped the recording. And I do end up killing the Kangaskhan with a Volt Switch and a Heat Wave. So that's what happened. And yeah, we'll move on to the next battle. Sorry about that recording error, but yeah, that's what happened. Anyways, I lead off my Conkeldurr and my Greninja, seeing his team. I thought those were the best leads, and he leads off with Ambipom and Dusclops. I immediately know he's going to go straight for the Trick Room, so I'm like, whatever. One of these things is going to get hit by a Fake Out, so I'm going to predict which one. Predicting to hit my Greninja with a Fake Out, because that was the most obvious since it can carry Dark moves, but no, he hits Conkeldurr with a Fake Out, so I'm just like, right. Trying to overpredicting me. So he sets up a Trick Room, and that's bullshit. So I go into my Rotom as well, who can take physical moves, which is kind of why I sent him in. And I get burned by my Flame Orb, which is great. His Ambipom goes for Protect, which is, I'm just like, right. And he Confuse Rays. Like I said, everything in VGC must confuse you. If it doesn't confuse you, you're not playing VGCs. So I go for the Drain Punch, nothing happens. My Rotom is confused, and guess what happens? Yeah, that's right, I hurt myself in confusion. So, yeah, that happens again. So, luckily it does nothing to me, because Rotom has no physical attack to speak of, and, that. So I hurt by burn damage, and this turn was completely pointless. Next thing you know, he withdraws his Ambipom, which I predicted like a boss. I'm just like, yo, I know he's going to withdraw. I know he's going to go into Charizard. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. But look at this. Dusclops confuses me. So yeah, now Conkeldurr's confused. But you know what? Conkeldurr avoids that hit and goes straight for the Rock Slide, because Conkeldurr is my man. Well, technically I think this Conkeldurr is female, but that's not the point. The Rock Slide decimates the Charizard, and that is one dead Charizard. So no more Charizard Y to deal with. That was a great kill. And Rotom's just going to do what it normally does and Volt Switch, which is great, because nothing hurt itself in confusion this turn. Oh my god, what are the odds of that, right? So Rotom gets rid of its confusion by switching out, and Conkeldurr obviously killed the Charizard, so we're in good standings. So I go into my own Charizard, trying to kill this Dusclops as fast as possible, knowing it's a pretty bulky thing, and I don't want to lose my Pokemon. But he goes into a Azumarill, which is really threatening. I figured my Charizard could stay in here, because after I set up the Drought, Aqua Jet won't kill me and everything, so I'd be chill and everything, yeah. Go into my Rotom, just in case he wanted an Aqua Jet or Waterfall my Conkeldurr instead, predicting my switching, but that's not exactly what happens. Instead, I forget the Trick Room's still up, and this happens. First of all, he goes for the Confuse Ray, confusing my Charizard. Go figure, right? Who doesn't expect the Confuse Ray to happen? Second of all, he does go for the Waterfall here on my Charizard, which is like, oh, well then, that's gonna hurt. So Charizard does take about half his health. No, a little more than half. It's actually about 75%, and Charizard hurts itself in confusion. Who thought, right? So yeah, Charizard's pretty much dead, and, you know, my Charizard's just about as useful as his was, because now it dies to an Aqua Jet. Gee, who thought? Confusion. Anyways, my Rotom is like, yo, what's up? And I go and burn the, Azumarill in about 3 seconds after the Pain Split, which I thought was kind of useless. So yeah, he Pain Splits, does nothing, and then I burn the Azumarill, because I figured that was the best move. I'm not going to kill it with a Volt Switch or Discharge, so I might as well just burn it and put it in a good spot for killing it. So I burned the thing, and we're all well and good right now. Of course, I lost my Charizard for pretty much nothing. There, the Trick Room returns to normal, and I can go into my Greninja, trying to stop him from setting up again, so I go for the Dark Pulse to try and get the flinch on the Dusclops, but I misclicked, and, oh no, I did hit the right target at this time. Okay, I hit the right target. So I hit the Dusclops, and I Volt Switch on the Dusclops as well, hoping I can kill it, but doesn't do quite nearly enough. I honestly expected the Dark Pulse to do more damage that time around, but it just didn't. I hop back into my Conkeldurr, just like a boss and stuff, and he goes for the Play Rough, which, kind of figured what happened, but I didn't realize he'd actually hit my Greninja. So Greninja stays on with a Focus Sash, which is great, that's the way I like it, and he just sets up a second Trick Room, which is like, oh yeah, thanks for not flinching, bro. So yeah, he gets a Confusion Hex, he doesn't flinch, he does everything, and I'm just like, ugh, why me? So yeah, he gets hurt by the burn and everything, and I'm just like, yeah, return Greninja, you could be useful for later, maybe. And I go into my Flash Drive again, who could obviously take physical hits, which I predicted the Aqua Jet to come, and it did. So Aqua Jet does hit my Rotom, and it does nothing, so all is well and good, and he throws a Confuse Ray on my Conkeldurr. As if I didn't predict the Confuse Ray, you know? It's like, why? Why do I even bother trying? Why do I try? So I go for the Confusion, and he hits himself in Confusion, because you know what? You know what? Yeah, the middle finger. If you could see my hand right now, I'm flipping him off. That is my words to describe this. So Conkeldurr is hurt by his burn and his confusion and everything else in the world, and I got a Rotom on the board. You know, why is it around me? There we go. At this point, I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna go for the Mach Punch. If I kill him, whatever. If I don't kill him, yeah. And, of course, he goes for the Pain Split on my Rotom, which drags me down to a ridiculously stupid low in health, about that much. And his Azumarill goes for Play Rough, which is going to do a massive amount regardless of the burn. But I'm just like, fuck you, Conkeldurr, you're useless anyways, and I kill off my own Conkeldurr, as well as the Azumarill, and damage the Dusclops. That's pretty much my plan here. I figured Conkeldurr was going to die anyways. I honestly thought the Azumarill was going to attack him with Play Rough, but I was wrong, so yeah. Okay, so the Sunlight goes away, which is all like hippery-hippery-doo. Meanwhile, through all these discharges, guess what Pokemon never gets paralyzed? Oh, that's right, all of them. Apparently, my 30% paralyzed chance doesn't work as well as his does. So anyways, he goes into his MB Palm, and I go into my Greninja, who only has 1 HP at this point. And I know the Fake Out's coming, I can't avoid it, but he Fake Outs the Rotom. So I'm just like, oh nuts, oh nuts, oh nuts, oh nuts. He misses a Will-O-Wisp, but I'm just like, hooray! And my Dark Balls hits the MB Palm. Because honestly, I want to get rid of that MB Palm as fast as possible. My Rotom can't kill it single hosed, I guess, if you would. So I do that. And Trick Room's up, so my Rotom's actually faster than the MB Palm, so I finish it off with a Discharge. So it's just like, yes! Guess which Pokemon's still not paralyzed? Oh, that's right, it's the Dusclops. So, the MB Palm faints, and I get my leftovers, and all's well in the world, right? Except my Greninja died. I don't recall when that happened, but it died. He finally gets the burn, or I get the burn on him, because I figured burning his Dusclops will get some residual damage, which would be great. And he goes for the Confuse Ray because he's a douchebag. So my Rotom's now confused, and he's now burned. This is a great scenario, right? Great scenario. Great scenario, because burn on the Dusclops is great. It does more damage than my attacks will ever do, so yeah. The only trick is, I now have to hit through the Confusion, and you know how much of a dick that is, because apparently Confusion's all over my face, but I do hit through the Confusion, I hit the Hydro Pump, and Dusclops takes a severe hit to the head. Knocks him down in the red. He finally gets a Will-O-Wisp himself and burns my Rotom, but you know what? Rotom doesn't care. He's at a great amount of HP. The leftovers recovery puts me at a good, even better amount, and he's going to die from his burn. So guess who wins this game? That's right. Regardless of all the Confuse Ray hacks, I still win the game. You know why? Because I'm better than this dude. Now go away. Learn to Confuse hack somebody else. GG. So that's that. And, this has been the VGC days, with Gleam the Tri-Tailed Arctic Fox, aka Digipal 3. And I hope you enjoyed. And see you later, my pets.